Boker Tov. I just woke up a little while ago to catch a glimpse through the crack in my door of the most glorious sunrise over Mount Hermon. And I'm just a little bit jet lagged enough that I couldn't drag myself out of bed to take some pictures of that. But I'm here for one more night, and hopefully tomorrow morning I can do that, because that was just gorgeous. But right now I have to get up and get myself ready. I'm going to walk or maybe hitch a ride down to Newe Ativ to pick up some supplies for today, and then hopefully grab a cab or something from there to the top of Mount Hermon, which is where I'll start my hike today. And this is day one. It's on. Really glad I did my mouse hang, because I'm just getting out of bed and just saw a little mouse climbing through the inside between the tent walls, and I think you could probably still get to my mouse hang if he really wanted to, but I think he kind of gave up, so hopefully my food is going to be safe where it is. So this is it. That's the place I stayed last night, and we'll stay again tonight. And I'm headed down the road. I'm going to walk down the road to Newe Ativ. And from there I'll catch a cab up to Har Habushit up there. And then start my hike. Alright, this is a rather inauspicious start. I climbed up a hill looking for thought I was on the trail to get to Newe Ativ, but I have no idea where I am. So now I have to go back. There was a bunch of soldiers further down the road. So I have to go back and ask them where the Shvil is, where the Golan trail is. And then I may have to climb back up this hill. So, okay. And I haven't even gotten to my trailhead yet. Well, let's hope it gets better from here. Okay, Google Maps to the rescue. I think I had the right idea, but I took a turn off where I was supposed to keep going straight. And I ended up at some weird gate that I thought might be a border gate or something, but I think it's actually an army base, or I don't know what it is, maybe a nature reserve or something, who knows. But anyways, so clearly I was in the wrong place, but now I think I have it right. I don't know if you can hear me over all this noise of the truck engine over there, but I tried to ask directions at a boutique hotel at the edge of town, and there was nobody there. So around the corner, a very kind local gentleman offered to drive me into town where I can buy some water, and that's where I am now. Picked up some other supplies as well, and some snacks for the trail. And one of the people at the store called a cab for me, so now I'm just waiting for the cab to get to Har Habushit. Well, I made it to Hermon thanks to a lift from a pizza delivery guy who was supposedly the local taxi, I guess. So he gave me a lift up here and said if I need help getting another ride to give him a call. And I am at the bottom of the ski hill. As you can see, snowman. This is the only ski hill in Israel in the winter when it snows up here. Mount Hermon is it's really the only place where it's fairly certain to get some snow. So this is where Israelis go skiing. And now I have to somehow figure out how to get up to the top. I don't know if I want to take that chairlift. I'll find out what the proper way up is. So guys, that's where I came from, down there somewhere. I don't know if you can see that. Don't tell my mom. She's afraid of heights. And I gotta tell you, I was a little bit freaked myself for the first about, I don't know, 50 to 100 meters before I really got comfortable. Then I got maybe 100 meters from the top and I got a little bit foolhardy and I tried to turn around just a little bit. Bad move. Don't look back. When you're on a chairlift, don't look back. So we're on top of Mount Hermon. We're deep in the Golan Heights. It's one of about the most, not quite the most northernmost part of Israel, but it's pretty close. And it's definitely the top. It's 2,000 meters above sea level. And so I'm going to head down this mountain and down to the bottom of Israel in the Dead Sea, which is 200 and something meters below sea level, and then Eilat. So the next, wow, this is 1,200 meters, 1,200 kilometers or so over the next 2 months. And it's finally here. This is crazy. Yeah, so from here you can see, well, if I have my bearings right, I think over there, those hills back in the distance there are Lebanon, and back behind this mound behind me is, which you can't see right now, is Syria, and the border goes very close to here, and I'm gonna trip and fall. So I'm gonna go head over there now, back to the end of the chairlift where I need to find the start of the Shvil. All right, after a bit of a discussion with the military authorities about directions and whether or not I had permission to be up here, I finally found my first green marker. So the green blazes are for the Shvil Golani, which is the Golan Trail, which starts up here on top of Har Habushit. And so this is where my journey begins. And for the beginning of this journey, I just wanted to, actually I probably should have done this before. There's a military truck. Oh, picking up dust. Oy vey. Ooh. Yeah. I probably should have done this before I got on the chairlift. But in the Jewish prayer book, there's a beautiful prayer. It's called the Traveler's Prayer. And just because I think it fits with the occasion, I'm probably going to butcher the prayer and the language, but here goes. We're going to give it a shot. Yeh ratzon milifanecha, Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu, shetolichenu leshalom, v'tatzidenu leshalom, v'tismechenu leshalom, v'tadrichenu leshalom, v'tagienu limchuz cheftzenu lechaim usimcha ushalom, v'tatzilenu mikaf kol oyev ve'orev, v'chayot ra'ot baderech ubashvil, ומכל מיני פורעניות המתרגשות לבוא לעולם. ותשלח ברכה בכל מעשה ידינו, ותתננו לחן ולחסד ולרחמים בעיניך ובעיני כל רואינו. ותשמע כל תחנוננו, כי אל שומע תפילה ותחנונתה. ברוך אתה אדוני. Shomea Tefillah. So that prayer, basically it says, blessed are you, O Lord our God, and the God of our fathers, and we ask you to guide our footsteps and lead our footsteps and direct our footsteps, something to that effect, and to keep us from all kinds of harm and wild animals and attacks, and all possible evil that can come our way in the world, and I added and on the roads, and I added on the on the Shvil. And send blessing to everything that our hands do, and give us grace and mercy in the eyes of everyone, that of yourself and everyone that we meet. And hear our prayers, because you are a God who hears prayer. And blessed are you, O God, who hears prayer. So that's the Traveler's Prayer from the Jewish prayer book, more or less. I hope I didn't butcher it too badly. And now that we've said that, we can set out on the Shvil and head to Eilat. Wow, what a splendid view. And in case you're wondering, after all those people asking me, telling me that I should drop things out of my pack and whatever, the first thing I want to drop, not my camera, it's this floppy hat. But I'm so grateful for it because the sun is so intense. Okay, life lessons from the Shvil. So from up here, especially from the top there for the first little bit, I think I cheated for a little bit because I couldn't see the markers. They're very hard to spot. And the road is very treacherous. It's sandy and rocky. And you take one misstep and you're on your butt. So you're trying to look for markers and you're trying to watch your step. It's really, really difficult. And sometimes you can't even see the markers. And there is no marker sometimes. You have to just kind of take a step of faith and go around the corner, and then you'll find the marker. So that's kind of like life, isn't it? Sometimes you don't know where to go or what decision to make, but you just got to make a decision, and then after you've made the decision, then life sort of shows you that that was the right thing to do and the right way to go. So there's my sappy moment for today. And yes, I'm out of breath. I've probably only done about 1 kilometer, but it's very difficult terrain. I'm super happy that I did not bring my big pack. So you may be wondering, I did tell you that I was going to ease into this whole trek. So what I'm doing with that is, from here, the first day from Mount Hermon, I'm not bringing my backpack at all. I've got a little day pack, which you can't really see. And I'm going to sleep at the same place tonight. So I left my big pack there. And I figured it would probably be a better thing not to bring it for this first day. And I'm so glad I made that decision. This first day would have been so much harder. I would not be happy right now if I had that pack on my back. I think by tomorrow I'll be much more comfortable on the trail and the terrain is not going to be this treacherous. So, hopefully anyways. So yeah, I totally recommend, if you're starting from Har Habushit, try to make arrangements so that you can just bring a day pack for that first day. All right, off we go. I'm going to go a little bit further and then stop for some lunch. And yeah, hopefully I can find some shade. If not, I'll have to use my umbrella. All right. Oh my goodness, I didn't even go to the highest point, which is, the highest point is over there somewhere. I started up there somewhere, wherever the ski hill is, and the actual highest point is over there. I don't know if you can see that, but just another absolutely magnificent view. I wish I had taken a picture or video further up where I just came from, this massively rocky area. Very treacherous, just scrambling over loose rocks and stuff for I don't know how far. And I'm so out of breath, so super glad I didn't have my pack with me. But what an experience. This is just glorious. Just Amazing. All right, got to keep going because I'm making very slow progress and I got to get somewhere reasonable. I got to make 12 kilometers today, so I got to get going. I stopped for a little break here at there's a little picnic table, and oh my goodness, I think I've only made it 2 kilometers. This is crazy. The very beginning is really, really difficult terrain. There's a lot of loose rocks and it's very rocky and very, very slow going. So I think I'm gonna see if I have some kind of snack I can drag out of my bag before I continue on the way. I have to get at least to 4 kilometers before I stop to have lunch, and then continue on from there. Okay, so I got myself lost. And I lost a hair tie apparently as well. Got myself lost and found myself at the probably the back entrance to a military base by the looks of it. And after a whole bunch of discussion, further discussion, and some other soldiers in a parking lot, I have finally found myself to the correct trail where I'm supposed to be, which is now red. So I'm no longer on the Golan trail. I'm now starting on the red trail, which is going to take me toward Kibbutz Dan, where the Shvil Israel begins. Whew! This has been a long 4 kilometers, and I still have another 8 kilometers to go today before the sun sets. So I hope it's a little easier from here on. I don't get this, but it looks like the Shvil. Hi, girls. It looks like the Shvil goes right through a cattle ranch. Okay, I'm so confused right now, but I'm following the markers, so here we go. And there's like a big information sign just over there in the middle of the cattle ranch. Very strange. Tons and tons of cows behind me there. Jules, this one's for you. Some more. The trail just goes right through here. And there's a bunch of ranchers or farmers or whatever over there. And I think there's a vet, and they seem to be inoculating them, the cows or something, triaging them and inoculating them with something. So they're really busy at work. I didn't want to disturb them by talking anymore, but this is just crazy. Who would have thought? All right, desperately trying to find a marker. There's been no markers, so I wanted to find a marker to know that I haven't missed the turnoff. I think that's a marker. What do you think? Red trail? Anybody? Oh man. No, that wasn't a marker. So I have to go back and find where I missed the trail. Can you see me? But I thought I heard cowbells since I just passed through that cattle ranch. And no, I didn't hear cowbells. I don't know if you can see them back in the hills there. But that's a herd of goats with a goat herd, I guess, because I guess that's what you call someone who herds goats rather than a shepherd. So, another interesting encounter. All right, that other one was not a marker, but that is a marker. And sometimes you have to ask a soldier who doesn't know where they are. But who knows where the Shvil is. So there you go. And I think I'm good for another little bit, hopefully. Yikes. Oh my goodness, what a day. It was my first day on the Shvil. It was wonderful and horrible and amazing and terrible. Wow. I learned so many things, lots of lessons for the Shvil and for life. But yeah, I'm way too tired. to talk about them right now, so maybe we'll talk about them tomorrow. All right, Laila Tov.